guys to get hot from deep, but collectively to set a franchise record with 27 threes, and get the W. How much fun is it to be a part of something like that where everybody's involved?
It's great. We know how capable offensively we are. That first half, I keep preaching defense because, it's something that we need to keep getting better at and keep improving on. Offensively, we're going to have nights like this, and then we're going to have nights where it's a little bit more difficult. But I think what's going to get us over the top, and I keep preaching, is our defense. And first half, especially that first quarter, we weren't great at all. Second quarter, we got a little bit better. And that third quarter, halftime coach talked to us and said, we got to guard somebody. And we took it upon ourselves collectively to get stops and guard. And I think they had 20 points in that third quarter. And that allowed us to get out in transition and get easy buckets and things like that. So it's very important. And we did a good job of that, especially in the second half.
When you reflect on these 3 wins in a row, James, what areas do you feel like you guys have made the biggest improvement over the course of these last few games?
I think our effort, which it shouldn't be, but our effort and having each other's back. I think, this is the best sport, the highest level. So guys are very, very good. And when you leave a guy on an island by himself, it's difficult to guard no matter who it is. So I think the more we can communicate and have each other's back and talk to each other, when we're on the court, especially on the defensive end, it first of all, it slows the offense up. Second of all, it gives each individual guy confidence to guard the ball, and then knowing that you have help in the backside.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
James, I'm sure you know that Kyrie said the other night that you and he had a conversation, and that he said, you're the point guard, I'm the shooting guard, and so on. And so some people say that we're blowing that up too much, but was that significant to you that a guy of Kyrie's caliber would just come to you and recognize the playmaking that you're doing, and then it kind of freed him up for a 40-point night tonight? I mean, did you guys cross a bridge, so to speak?
I don't know if we necessarily crossed a bridge. It's just that's how the game was just going. That's how, he saw it, I saw it. And I think for both of us, we have no problem with it. At the end of the day, we're both playmakers, we're both scorers, because at any point, we both can get hot and get it going. And then we're also unselfish to where we can make plays for our team. So, for me, as a player, I just try to get guys in their spots and make sure that, I'm feeding everybody across the board. Obviously, now getting familiar with Kai a little bit more, I know his spots and where he likes the ball, and we just let him go and be free and do what he do at a high level, because he's one of the best that this game has ever seen at doing that. And then for us and for myself, just getting guys involved and playing the right way, which I think we all do, every possession. So, we're both playmakers, we're both scorers at the end of the day, and we're both unselfish, and all we want to do is win.
Blake Andrews, ESPN.
Hey, James, 2 for you. First, when you came to Brooklyn, you talked about wanting to be on a team with a lot of guys that can take over, a lot of guys that can share the burden. Where does this game stack up in that vision that you had?
This was the vision right here, this game itself. No matter, obviously Katie, is out tonight, but, next man up, Tyler did an unbelievable job of coming in and playing really good minutes. And then it goes by, I think from top to bottom, everyone has the same goal, and that's to win. Obviously, DJ, dealt with, family over these last few days. He came in and came off the bench, and Jeff started, and there was no conversation. There was no pouting. And it was a mentality that, all right, I'm going to come off the bench. I'm going to do whatever it takes to impact the game. And he did that. So from top to bottom, no matter when your number's called, you got to be ready to come in and contribute no matter what it takes. And I think each individual guy has that mindset. And that's, a championship caliber team already to speak.
And then secondly, you keep racking up these triple doubles. You talked about this being a learning curve when you first came in terms of finding guys in their spots. Where do you feel you are in that comfort level that you just talked about versus when you first got here?
Very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. It wasn't going to take me a long time. And just I think the communication is key. Letting guys, telling them or helping them get in their spots, helping them, being able to, knock down shots, making the game a lot easier for each individual player because it's going to free up myself at the end of the day. So the comfort levels there, the coaches, teammates did an unbelievable job of helping me with that. And then just knowing who I have on my team. That's a huge part of it. Not trying to be competitive with anyone on my team, just doing what I do every single night to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, James. The way the schedule is, I mean, you guys have had everybody has had very little practice time. But you've had a couple practices now of late. You've started shooting around. We see before these games. The way you guys have played of late last 3 games, especially defensively, I mean, do you see a momentum growing that you hope might be sustainable at this point?
Yes, because it's a total team effort. Obviously, we would love to have Kevin back for more than one game, but once we get our full roster and Kevin's back and everyone's healthy and we can kind of get a rhythm, we haven't really had a full roster where we can get a rhythm yet for multiple games. So once we can get that full roster, then we can really see what we got and we can really be something special. But until then, defensively isn't going to have to be our mindset because offensively, like I keep harping on, we can score with the best of them. And so, the shoot arounds is helping us, watching film is helping us, and communicating is helping us. And, I think each individual guy comes in the game with that defensive mentality.
Bruce Beck, NBC New York.
James, Malika mentioned triple-doubles. You have 5 triple-doubles in 15 games. Do you fill the box score intuitively just by playing the game the way you know how?
I just try to make the right play and play the game the right way. I don't really pay attention to that, the stats or whatnot. I just know coming in, from the trade that, defensively and rebounding, we weren't the best at. So my mindset was as a guard, try to be a really good rebounder. And then, obviously make plays is something that I've, always naturally done. So it's just a mindset thing, and it's, being in the right places and trying to communicate and just engaged, try to be engaged as much as possible every possession. And I mean, that's pretty much it. The numbers and stats don't really mean anything to me if we don't really win. So that's the most important thing.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
James, what's it like being on the floor when Kyrie is on his way to 40 points and only misses 7 shots on the night?
It's a movie. It's like a show. Sometimes I forget I'm on the court. He makes something so effortless. One of the reasons why I'm here, because and it's so easy. Obviously for myself, but he makes the game so easy for the rest of the team. When he has it going like that, obviously we're scoring at a high level. But he's so unselfish. Once he starts getting double teamed and surrounded, he's able to find his shooters in his big. So we love to see it.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Well,
all right, James, thanks for your time, bud.
Thanks.